I'm a very visual driver. In all honesty, I have serious problems remembering street names. Half the time, I don't even know what city I'm in, even if it's a neighboring city. I can hike out of the deep woods to the spot I need to get to without any maps or navigation equipment. But in the city, I'm as lost as a babe in the woods. This is why I thank Messrs. Parkinson, Easton, and Getting for inventing GPS, the Global Positioning System. I use GPS all of the time to help me navigate through a city, even one I've lived in for several years. But even if you're one of the few that doesn't rely on GPS technology to find something or someone, the NSA is probably tracking you with GPS technology anyways. So don't worry, one way or the other, you'll never be lost thanks to GPS. That reminds me, I need to go put my smartphone into a lead container as I write this lesson about what GPS is, how it works, and how it's used. GPS is a navigation system. That's really the essence of it. It's a system that allows for real-time positioning on or near the surface of the Earth with great accuracy. That accuracy is said to be within a few meters. Such accuracy doesn't explain how people drive into lakes and rivers and blame their GPS for it. I'm as lost for an explanation for that as I am when my GPS frustratingly sends me to a post office when I should have been directed to a store. That being said, GPS is probably the best example of geodesy there is. Geodesy being the branch of applied mathematics that deals with the shape and dimensions of the Earth and the positioning of geographical points. The geocentric Earth-fixed coordinate system GPS uses is known as WGS-84, which stands for the World Geodetic System. The U.S. Air Force ensures that at least 24 GPS satellites are online all of the time to allow the system to operate fully. These satellites are in almost circular orbits over 20,000 kilometers above the surface of the Earth with a period of revolution that's almost 12 hours long in one of 6 orbits. This provides worldwide coverage for all of your GPS-enabled devices, courtesy of the U.S. The only currently viable alternative to GPS is the Russian version of GPS called GLONASS. I'm sure the Russians don't use it to spy on anyone. Regardless, a GPS satellite can send a radio signal that relays its location and time. This signal travels through space at the speed of light, reaching the GPS unit you use. This GPS unit receives the signal's information, notes the time of its arrival, and then calculates its distance from at least 4 satellites. Using geometry, the GPS unit can then figure out where it's located on Earth in 3 dimensions. And now for the fun part. What is GPS used for? I don't think it's possible to list everything it's used for in one lesson, but we can cover some things. Your smartphone almost certainly has GPS-enabled technology, which is in turn used by plenty of apps. GPS can be used in aircraft and maritime navigation, and maybe you still use a standalone GPS unit in your car for just such a thing. That unit can not only tell you where you are, but also how fast you're driving. This must be why the GPS lady yells at me to get out of my car if I'm driving too fast. Handheld GPS units are also great for hiking. Unlike the mysterious world of dating, you'll always know where you stand with someone if they have such a unit. GPS can be used by surveyors, military personnel for the conservation of nature, improving agricultural yield, tracking endangered animals, banking, and so much more. It's truly an amazing technology. You see, everyone loves and uses GPS. Even pirates, because GPS tells them where they are. GPS, the Global Positioning System, is probably the best example of geodesy. Geodesy being the branch of applied mathematics that deals with the shape and dimensions of the Earth and the positioning of geographical points. The geocentric Earth-fixed coordinate system GPS uses is known as WGS-84, which stands for the World Geodetic System. GPS is a worldwide system that's maintained by the U.S. government. It involves over 24 satellites high above the Earth, sending signals at the speed of light to GPS units worldwide. Units which then use these satellites to figure out their location on Earth in 3 dimensions.